and welcome to Zeitgeist. I am your host, Dr. Rachel Kowert. Everywhere I go, no matter what I'm talking about, if it's about games and mental health, if it's about esports, if it's about games and extremism, at the end of the day, the conversations always lead to what advice do you have for parents? Well, today I'm going to give you my top 3 pieces of advice that I give every parent. Be intentional, be present, and have fun. So what does that mean when it comes to games? Well, let's start from the top. Be intentional. By be intentional, I mean be aware of the content that your children are consuming, as well as intentional with the social environment that they are engaging in and around the game itself. Who are they playing with? Do they know them in other contexts? Do they know them in school? Do they know them at work? What discords are they in? What third-party chat servers are they using? Who is in that? Who invited them to that? Who's moderating that? Who's curating that? We should be asking all of those questions. In terms of content, look at the age ratings. In North America, you have the ESRB. In Europe, you have the PEGI, the PEGI. These systems are put in place so parents can easily look and see what kind of content is in here, how has it been rated, what is it rated for. Specifically in North America with the ESRB ratings, you not only have the age rating, but they have a variety of content labels so you can see why something was given a particular rating. Although I do feel the need to say, just because it has intense violence or gore or nudity doesn't necessarily mean it's a game you should inherently avoid. For instance, if your child is mature or if your child is over 17, or if you are a 41-year-old woman who is like obsessed with The Last of Us. It's just meant to give you information. It's not conveying a value judgment on that game, if that makes sense. So you want to pay attention to the age ratings, but also these content placards to get a better sense of what kind of content is in the game. While being intentional does help parents stay informed about content and social environment, being present takes it one step forward. Now, I hear a lot of parents say to me, I don't know what my kids are playing. I don't know who they're playing with. Should I be concerned? Well, if you don't know what they're doing, then probably you should be concerned. Not that there's inherently something to be worried about, but you should be present. You should be aware of what your children are doing. Just like you would ask them, why are you going down the street to go to the playground? Who's going to be there? The same questions apply here. Where are you going in these digital worlds? Who are you engaging with? We have this idea that digital playgrounds and physical playgrounds are completely separate, and while there are some idiosyncrasies, really the same rules apply. Being present also means playing games with them. And I know not all parents are up for this. My parents never played games with me. I desperately would try, and I still try sometimes, even now, but they just don't want to. And I understand it's not for everyone. But if you're not going to play with them, you can sit in the room with them while they play. Look over their shoulder. Ask questions. And this is a few things. One, it gives you firsthand experience into seeing what they're playing. It gives you firsthand experience into hearing the things they're saying while they're playing. And if you have the audio coming through on the speakers in the family room, for instance, the chatter between players, it's a pro-parent tip, so you can keep an ear on what's happening. You can get a sense of what's going on. Are they talking about school? Are they encouraging each other to perform well? This all helps demystify, what is happening when my children are playing games. So when you're present, the mystery will be revealed. Usually it's just a little bit of trash talking, a lot of encouragement, and a whole lot of fun. An analogy that I've used before and I think is particularly relevant here is if you can sit through a 5-year-old soccer game, I've been there. You can sit through 5 minutes of watching your kid play Minecraft. And they notice when you show an interest in what it is they're doing. And they'll be more likely to talk to you about it, open up to you about it, and you will feel better knowing what it is they're doing. Lastly, have fun. Games are supposed to be fun. That is why they're called games. And as I mentioned before, if you don't like playing games, that's totally fine. But you can use games as an inspiration for other fun things you can do as a family. Does your child like playing sports games? Maybe take them to a physical outside sports game as a family if that's something you can all enjoy. Go sports. Do they like fantasy games? Maybe they'd be interested in taking a sewing class or learning to sew together and make costumes. The possibilities are really endless. So be intentional, be present, and have fun. Games are the dominant form of entertainment media in the 21st century, and it's only getting bigger. So there's no time but the present, but figuring out how to make games a part of our households in a way that doesn't elicit arguments, but brings everyone together. Also, if you're looking for more references or if you want a bit of light reading material, there is a new book series from ETC Press that is spearheaded by the wonderful Amanda Farrow, parent, game industry veteran, games journalist, and myself. I bring the science. It's called Digital Playgrounds. The PDFs are free to download because science should not have a paywall, but you can also order beautiful paperback editions that would look wonderful on your bookshelf or make for a great present for a friend who maybe has questions about how to integrate games into their lives. Until next time, be excellent to each other and always cite your sources.